Breaking news, in fact, now also coming in, an update from Jammu and Kashmir Students Association has said Indian students returning from Iran, most of whom are from Kashmir, are currently at the Shiraz Airport and are travelling on Air Arabia flight G9214 from Shiraz International Airport to Sharjah International Airport, followed by connecting flight G9463 from Sharjah to IGI Airport, Delhi. The flight is scheduled to land in Delhi at 2:40 am. Also, a Mahan Air flight W5071 is operating from Tehran International Airport and is expected to arrive at IGI Airport, Delhi at 12:10 am. All students are travelling at their own expense. A significant number of pilgrims are also travelling on these two flights. Officials at the Indian Embassy in Tehran have informed us that the Government of India's formal evacuation operations are currently on hold. They are in direct contact with the students and will personally inform them through official channels if evacuation becomes necessary. So some students and others have begun to fly back. Ambassador Trigunath, we're learning visuals coming in of them at that airport there about to depart.
Yes, as you know that about 10 days ago, the Indian Embassy and the government had issued an advisory for people to remain in touch with the embassy and leave if they can. This was further upgraded, and yesterday again, the advice was gone to people because there was a big chance that there could be some strikes and it could be conflagration could take place. So safety and security of the Indian citizens remains very high on the agenda of the government at all times. And on conflict zones, we have been able to evacuate very large number of people all the time. So it is good that they have started on their own, and if need be, I'm quite sure our embassy will take out the rest of the people from there. And the Iranian, our minister, Dr. Jaishankar, also spoke to the Iranian foreign minister. Apart from getting the update on the situation and their own position, we also requested for the safety and security of the Indian nationals in Iran.
Okay. All right, more breaking news. In fact, now coming in, protests have erupted in Iraq as well in support of Iran. Iraqis have burned Israeli and US flags in solidarity with Iran. Demonstration held near the Iranian embassy of Baghdad against tyranny of the US and Israel. So, Major General Mathur, we are learning of protests in Iraq now in support of Iran and the administration. In fact, US and Israeli flags were also burnt there reportedly.
And absolutely, that's exactly what I was saying there a little while ago, that the Middle East situation is, as of now, such that such kind of protest, now Iraq they have erupted in Iraq, they'll come up in many other places. No one in the Middle East wants a military intervention by an outside power or Israel. So the issue will be that there will be protests, there will be people. That's exactly what Saudi Arabia and Qatar and Bahrain and such kind of nations are putting pressure on America not to do any kind of any hastily done military intervention. So the point is very clear. The situation in Middle East is going from bad to worse, and probably Iranians will find much more support coming up from all nations other than. Now the role of Israel, Uday, we need to understand that. Probably as per the Iranians, even in the protests, there is Israeli agencies who are fueling this kind of protest, and they are doing all sorts of things to increase the intensity of things in Iran. As long as that role of Israel keeps getting highlighted, Uday, the situation in the Middle East will continue to grow harsher for both America and Israel. These kind of protests are a clear indication of the things to come, and I will repeat what I had said a little while ago.
Volatile visuals emerging from Iraq, of course, of these protests. Ambassador Trigunath, your interpretation of them. What do you make of these visuals?
That if you remember that the Iraqi invasion, which was the mother of all evils in my view, by the United States, had completely destabilized that whole place, created a lot of terrorism and everything. But at the same time, apart from destabilizing Iraq, what they did unintentionally was gave Iraq on a platter to Iraq, which is they first created the war between them and now this. So there are large number of Shias in the country. There are very large number of supporters of Iran in the country, and therefore it is normal that they rise in support of Iran when they see that what is happening. US bases, there has been a big demand for Americans to remove their base from there, or retract their personnel who are present there. You remember that even the Qasem Soleimani, the Iranian general, was killed in Iraq when he was going to meet there. So they've not forgotten him, and these are the kind of things that continue to complicate the situation. So I think that any precipitate action by the United States will be disastrous for the region as well as for Iran. And I don't think it's going to serve their own interests.